Republican Senators Pat Toomey and Lisa Murkowski said on Saturday that they will oppose efforts by at least a dozen of their Republican colleagues to challenge President-elect Joe Biden's electoral college win next week. Murkowski, in a statement issued Saturday, reaffirmed that she would back the results of the 2020 election during a joint session of Congress January 6. "I will vote to affirm the 2020 presidential election. The courts and state legislators have all honored their duty to hear legal allegations and have found nothing to warrant overturning the results. I urge my colleagues from both parties to recognize this and to join me in maintaining confidence in the Electoral College and our elections," Murkowski said. Toomey said the evidence is overwhelming that Joe Biden won the election. The GOP senator also offered, I thought originally that was all he said, but he actually wrote some more. The GOP senator also offered blistering criticism of some of his GOP colleagues to challenge the election results next Wednesday. "A fundamental defining feature of a democratic republic is the right of the people to elect their own leaders. The effort by Senators Hawley, Cruz, and others to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in swing states like Pennsylvania directly undermines this right," Toomey said in a statement. So listen, Toomey's, in my opinion, a kind of milquetoast senator. He's no worse than the other Republicans, but he's not really any better. Murkowski, on the other hand, is one of a number of Republican senators that I actually think has some integrity over some foreign policy agreements I have with them. So going back to her statement about the lack of anything warranting overturning the results, it is so disturbing sometimes to imagine a scenario where, let's say, Trump had won a second term, and you had Democrats who refused to believe that he had been reelected. I can't, in seeing that scenario, imagine the Republicans not saying that the socialist evil Democrats are trying to overturn our democracy and are trying to turn us into, I don't know, Cuba, for example. And it's so sad to watch these people who talk about patriotism and rights go out of their way to deny the will of the people in electing the man that they chose. And I've said before, I'm no Biden fan. I think he is slightly less worse than Trump, but he got the most votes. And you didn't see this effort in 2016 by the Democrats to, try to deny Trump from his victory. And it's really disturbing that after having all these court cases fail, get thrown out, get treated like the jokes that they are, you have a group of politicians, experienced ones like Cruz, who's been around for over, 7 years on the national scene, actually think that they can do something like this, and will be stupid enough to think that they're not doing it for political points. Because Cruz wants to run for president again. Hawley wants to run for president. These are all people who are ambitious and who are trying to court Trump supporters, not by appealing to them in a policy-based, substantive way, but by giving into these delusions of grandeur about redoing the election and overturning the results, and it was stolen. And it's just sad that people can't get support in legitimate means. They have to resort to these really disgusting things. But I do respect Murkowski because this does take some credit. She's looking to get primaried next year. And, I'll be covering her more often from now on.